Good morning. Today we look at a short introductory session on Indian polity. With Indian polity, we mean the Indian political system. The political system in India is roughly democratic in nature. A democratic system can be either unitary or federal in nature. Before we get into the details of unitary and federal systems, we need to understand that India is a three-tier structure. By a three-tier structure, we mean that there are three levels of government and governances. The first or the primary level is one that sits at the center in New Delhi, which is called the central or the union government. The second level, the second tier of governance is at the state level, which exists in 29 states and 2 union territories that have their own legislatures. The third tier of Indian governance, which are roughly called the Panchayati Raj institutions, were added in 1992 by bringing about the 73rd and 74th Amendment to the Constitution. In this process, 2 new schedules, the 11th schedule and the 12th schedule, were also added to the Constitution. By adding a third tier to the Constitution, India has brought into effect a new democratic decentralization in its polity. So now the governance in India happens at 3 levels: the central level, the state level, and the panchayati level and the municipality level, depending on whether the place is a rural area or an urban area. To understand the Indian polity, we need to understand these 2 words, unitary and federal. By a unitary system, we mean a system where the central government is all powerful and the state governments have relatively less powers. A federal system like the one that exists in USA is one where the states are indestructible and can opt out of that union or that federation at any moment. India is both unitary and federal in nature. It is often the phrase that India is a federation with a unitary bias is often used. We'll look into the details of unitary and federal systems in the next video. Thanks for watching.